Fishin Affliction. Hello.
It's time to wet a line. It's Fishin Affliction time with those who got it bad.
Well, mom and dad's grab the kids, it's time for the fishing show. Me and the big dog's gonna go catch them down at the fishing hole. Well, you better stick around, cause you don't know what you're missing. Yeah, me and the big dog's got that fishing affliction. Grab your hats, grab your baits, don't forget your poles. We're gonna fire up that old Ranger boat and head to the fishing hole. We're gonna try to catch a biggin', yeah, that's what we're wishing. Cause me and the big dog's got that fishing affliction. Yeah, me and the big dog's got that fishing affliction. Yeah. Yeah, and we've got it bad.
I've got that fishing affliction.
Hey, I'm Aunt Defo, and I've got that fishing affliction.
Hi, I'm Denny Brower, and I've got that fishing affliction.
Hey, I'm Mark Menendez, and I've got that fishing affliction.
I'm Bobby Lane, and I got that fishing affliction. Hi, I'm Chris Lane, and I got that fishing affliction.
I'm Shaw Drigsby, and I got that fishing affliction.
Just like me. Here, fishy, fishy, here, fishy, fishy, here, fishy, fishy.
Oh, baby, get him, get him, get him. That's awesome.
Strike Kings.
Awesome, man. Beautiful.
Money in the bank.
Well, folks, it's time to wet a line because it's Fishin' Affliction time, and welcome into today's episode as Affliction Pro staffer Tim Cranford and I are pitching in the wind, fishing legendary Kentucky Lake in some extremely windy conditions and catching a whole bunch of fish. Today's Fishin' Affliction product spotlight features the ultra-sharp hooks made by Mustad. Be sure to check out all the Fishin' Affliction gear that's there at our online store, and if you can't get enough Fishin' Affliction TV, then be sure to subscribe to us there at our YouTube channels, and at the end of the show, you'll meet the Fishin' Affliction Facebook Friend of the Week. So sit back and enjoy as Fishin' Affliction Pro staffer Tim Cranford and I are braving the elements, pitching in the wind on legendary Kentucky Lake, chasing those big old largemouths, right here on Fishin' Affliction TV.
Why is there water way up in those trees?
Well, Dan, I think it's the 6 inches of rain might have a little something to do with it. But that is good for us, good for fishing, so.
This is Kentucky Lake. It is prime time to be up here with this water that's high. You had a friend yesterday that caught one over 10 pounds.
10 pounds, 4 ounces flipping a bush. So hopefully we'll have that same luck today and hopefully catch a lot of fish and put them on film. So
The water was so high, we never even got to the boat ramp to even launch it.
the whole, almost the bumper of the truck was under the water. It was awesome.
Well, let's see what's going to happen on the adventures of the day. Flipping, pitching, all kinds of trees and buckbrush and Kentucky Lake. Is it getting any better?
Once we catch a 5-pounder, to get better.
All right, brother, let's do it.
Well, folks, this is Mr. Tim Cranford, Affliction Pro staffer, a dear friend, and a student of the art of bass fishing. Tim is one of those individuals that's so meticulous and pays so much attention to the slightest little details to help him get an edge on catching fish, and he's not afraid to think out of the box, trying different things, different techniques, different colors, just anything that'll help him put a good largemouth in that beautiful Ranger boat of his. Now, Tim, who's also a past president of the Nashville Bass Anglers Association, had never had the opportunity to fish Kentucky Lake when it flooded in late spring, pushing big old largemouths into all that buckbrush that's so fun to pitch and flip. Well, it happened and we were able to go, and the only issue we were going to deal with was a wind that was going to be howling, with gusts up to 30 miles an hour, and anybody who's fished Kentucky Lake knows that that can create some big wave problems. But fortunately for us, we're in Tim's beautiful Ranger boat powered by that 250 horsepower Mercury Optimax motor, and it's time for us to do a little flipping and pitching in the wind.
Looks like Dan's got the first fish of the morning.
Second flip.
Second flip.
You know, beautiful Kentucky Lake. That's a Strike King Rage Crawl.
That's a keeper.
Okeechobee Crawl color. Just throwing it on a 20-pound Tatsu fluorocarbon by Seagar. Got that 4-aught
worm hook from Mustad, and we are rigged, ready to go. Nice fish. Gosh, that's what we came for, right? A little bit bigger maybe next time?
Hey, beggars can't be greedy, right? We'll start that one every day of the week.
I'll tell you what, that's awesome. That's beautiful. All right, man. All right, man, let's get some more. Well, folks, it only took 2 flips to catch this beautiful Kentucky Lake largemouth on that Strike King Rage Craw in that Okeechobee craw color. And one reason I wanted to slow it down for just a second to show it to you was not just the fish, but the conditions. In the background, you're going to see those 2 trees, and those 2 trees are 8 feet underwater more than normal. That's right, folks, I said 8 feet. Unbelievable. And although it's nice and calm this morning, I promise you, the winds are on the way. And so are the big largemouths. Get him, Brother Tim. Woo, head shaker. Oh, baby, get him, get him, get him. Man, how about that? How about that?
That's a good solid.
A good solid fish.
4 pounds.
Throwing that Okeechobee craw color. That's awesome, man. What is wrong with that?
What's wrong with it is I'm not fishing a tournament today.
Hey,
fun fishing.
Let's take a Facebook picture for Fishin' Affliction real quick. Let me get the camera. That's awesome. Hold on. Well, folks, Affliction Pro staffer Tim Cranford is holding a Kentucky Lake dandy. And in a moment, we'll be right back with some more fishing action there from the wilds of the legendary Kentucky Lake. But speaking of in the wilds, let's go see some pictures from this week's In the Wild. Well, folks, the hands of Bubba Milliken are holding a good-sized largemouth, and the hands of Scott Owen are holding a monster Percy Priest rockfish. Great fish, Scott. And this is the daughter of Mark Tomlinson holding a largemouth caught there at Gunnersville. And folks, this is Aaron Tiller, and he's not fishing Kentucky Lake, Gunnersville, or any of the beautiful lakes here in Middle Tennessee. Aaron was actually in Colorado doing some walleye fishing and catching them. Folks, you can send your pictures to pics@fishandaffliction.com and be sure to upload them to our Facebook page, and maybe you'll see them right here on the big screen.
In the wild. Your pictures in the wild.
At Strike King, it starts with the concept. Next, it's all about perfecting the prototype. Finally, it's about catching a dream.
This is a new prototype crankbait we're working on. Strike King. It's called a 10XD.
Strike King 10XD.
Wow! A 5-bass limit!
Perfection to 25 feet and beyond. Catch your dream.
Smyrna Ready Mix is an established company that handles business daily with integrity and professionalism. Whether you're a general contractor, professional builder, or a do-it-yourself homeowner, SRM has your concrete solutions. With several convenient locations in the Middle Tennessee area to serve you, the only call you need to make is to SRM, ready to serve you with integrity and professionalism.
Beware of your boat's propeller zone. A typical propeller can travel from head to toe on a person in 1/10 of a second. Protect your passengers by educating them on the location and dangers of the propeller. Never allow passengers to swim near the boat's engine, and never enter a designated swim area in a boat.
If someone falls overboard, stop the boat immediately and make a circle back to the person. Never reverse to retrieve them. And remember to wear your engine kill switch. If you fall overboard, it could save your life.
The Tournament Trail, for those who've got it bad. Brought to you by SRM, Smyrna Ready Mix, serving you with professionalism and integrity.
Well, folks, there's a lot of you that are fishing tournament trails out there, and there's a lot of you that want to follow the progress of those who are fishing those trails. And the best way to do it is right there at our Fishin' Affliction Facebook page. If you're fishing a trail or a tournament, feel free to post the results there at our Facebook page, and you can keep up with others like Slammin' Sam Lashley, The Machine Toby Lillard, Miss Laura Mae Cochran, and of course our very own Big Dog, while they're fishing the tournament trail. Our many thanks to Smyrna Ready Mix for sponsoring the tournament trail, and now back to Fishin' Affliction TV. Get him, Brother Tim.
Woo, head shaker. Oh, baby, get him, get him, get him. Man, how about that? How about that?
That's a good solid.
A good solid fish.
4 pounds.
Throwing that Okeechobee craw color. That's awesome, man. What is wrong with that?
What's wrong with it is I'm not fishing a tournament today.
Hey,
fun fishing.
Let's take a Facebook picture for Fishin' Affliction real quick. Let me get the camera. That's awesome. Hold on.
Well, after taking a quick picture for our Fishin' Affliction Facebook page, it was time to put this Kentucky Lake tank in the Rangers live wells.
All right, man. We've got a Facebook picture. We're going to put that tank in there to go see what our best five is going to be today.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's see what we come up with. So
Okeechobee color?
Okeechobee.
That's awesome.
Strike Kings.
Awesome, man. Beautiful
Money
fish.
in the bank.
We've been flipping for about a total of about maybe 5-6 minutes, and we've already had 2 fish and 3 bites.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. That's awesome.
So
all right,
the
brother.
day's still young.
You ain't kidding. That's awesome. Great fish.
Well, as Tim gets back to fishing, let me tell you a little bit about the Fishin' Affliction gear list that we'll be using today to catch these Kentucky Lake largemouths. Throughout the course of the day, we'll be flipping a variety of those Strike King soft plastics, from the Rage Craw to the Rodent to the Rage Hog and the Game Hog, and even the brand new Rage Twin Tail Menace Grub. These Strike King soft plastics are perfectly designed to flip and pitch through the thickest of cover, and that's exactly what we'll be doing. Now, we'll be using a variety of Mustad hooks, from the Bait Keeper to the 3/0 worm hook. You can always depend on Mustad having the sharpest hooks that you'll ever use that provide a solid hookup when you set that hook. Now, our fishing line we'll be using today is Seagar's Tatsu Fluorocarbon 20-pound test and Seagar's Kansan Braid 60-pound test. Fluorocarbon for those little lighter baits such as that little twin-tail grub, and the braided line for those bigger profile baits such as the Rodent and the Game Hog. And folks, both of these fishing lines made by Seagar perform unbelievable in these kind of conditions. Now, my Akuma rod and reel outfit will be a C340X 7-foot 11-inch rod with a heavy action on it. And folks, this is absolutely a hog stick that helps you get those largemouths out of all that thick cover. And it's incredibly light and sensitive. And to top it off, I'll be using an Akuma Krios reel. That's a 7.3-to-1 high-performance, high-speed reel that helps you to winch those fish out of that thick cover and do it with ease, especially when you add that Reel Magic line conditioner throughout the course of the day when you're pitching in the wind for those big old Kentucky Lake largemouths.
T-bone? Stroking them, baby.
Hey.
Nice fish. Oh man, just dancing. Just dancing. Oh, what a beautiful fish. Just beautiful. Another keeper?
Another keeper. It's not bad when you catch 3 fish and they're all 3
awesome.
keepers.
That's awesome. Man,
look at this right here.
I saw that mark on them.
Look at that.
That's something?
Something hit it, I guess.
Years ago. You never know, huh? Been fishing for about 10 minutes. That's awesome. Cool. We were just talking about, we hit that, we came in here. I mean, we started, as soon as we started flipping and pitching, it was on and it slowed down. But, you know, you got to figure that these fish aren't going to move too far. That one was a Strike King rodent I was going to show you, but evidently he ate the rodent. Beautiful little fish. Catch one, Big T.
All right.
That's a gooder. This could be a box fish, Tim. Oh, he's got some legs on. This could be the kind of fish that we're looking for.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my.
Now we're talking.
Oh, my. Goodness gracious. How about that?
Another nice one.
How about that? You know, we decided to stay where we were because, man, there's no doubt you have a lot of history right in this spot. This has been a hot spot for you. And that's got to be in the high fives, Tim. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a nice one.
That's a beautiful fish. But the fish were feeding when we came in here this morning time. And it, you know, just made a couple casts and we were on fish right away. Okeechobee Craw, Strike King Rage Craw. And these Mustad hooks, I'm actually using a little bit smaller size. That's a 2/0 size. And of course that's 20-pound Cigar. Tatsu. Man, beautiful Kentucky Lake largemouth. Way inside, Tim. Way inside.
We're back in the game.
I'm gonna put this one on my side.
I was gonna say, don't be polluting my fish with yours. I think mine might even be bigger. Actually, I think it is bigger.
If my fish eats yours, there's a beautiful fish in it.
No doubt.
Cool.
Well, folks, Tim Cranford's got a dandy largemouth on his side, and I'm putting this dandy largemouth in my side. Both of them caught on a Strike King soft plastic. And folks, I promise you that the winds are coming, and we're going to be pitching in the wind on Kentucky Lake when we get back. But right now, it's time to head upstairs to the kitchen to see what Miss Vicki Porter's got cooking this week.
In the Skillet with Chef Vicki Porter is brought to you by Cleep.com, turning your precious memories into video treasures.
Welcome to In the Skillet. I'm Vicki Porter, and today I have a yummy recipe for you for portobello mushroom sandwiches. This is a great alternative to a burger if you'd like to try something different. And now for the ingredients. You will need balsamic vinegar, olive oil, minced garlic, portobello mushroom caps, mayonnaise, Dijon mustard, lemon juice, chopped basil, wheat buns, lettuce, tomato, and mozzarella cheese. First, we're going to mix together our olive oil, our balsamic vinegar, and our minced garlic, and this is going to be the marinade for our mushrooms. Now we'll put the marinade on the mushrooms, and be sure to put this on the underside of the mushroom and let this marinate for about 30 minutes. Now we're going to make our mayonnaise mixture, and we're going to mix together the Dijon mustard, mayonnaise, lemon juice, and basil. Now it's time to cook our mushrooms, and you can either cook them on your grill outside or cook them like I did on this new wave, and cook them for about 4 minutes on each side. After you've finished cooking your portobello mushrooms, you're ready to sit down and enjoy these delicious sandwiches. You can find this recipe at intheskillet.com, and be sure to click on the YouTube icon to watch this recipe as well as all of my other delicious In the Skillets. I'm Vicki Porter. Tune in next week to see what's cooking in the skillet.
As fishermen, we're predators, and fish are the prey. In nature, the best fishermen have one thing in common: their eyes. How do you turn your eyes into the eye of a predator? It takes 11 layers of lens technology and a new lens color to make the human eye emulate the eye of a predator. Stop buying glasses for the classes. Make yourself an alpha predator.
I know a lot of you are still thinking about fishing, but this is the time of year where there's a segment of you out there that start thinking about the winter. And you're thinking about the winter because you're thinking about waterfowl, and you're thinking about going out and getting you a good blind for waterfowl season. It's time for the annual waterfowl blind drawing in Tennessee, and that's always held the first Saturday in August, which this year happens to be August the 3rd. And the reason it's held so early is so it gives time for hunters to go out and get their blinds ready for the coming fall and the coming winter more than anything. So on August the 3rd, there will be drawings across the state, including here in Middle Tennessee, where there will be drawings for Cheatham Wildlife Management Area, the lakeside of that, for Old Hickory Wildlife Management Area, for Haynes Wildlife Management Area, which is over near the Clarksville area, and also for AEDC or Woodger Reservoir down in southern Middle Tennessee. Go to tnwildlife.org. Make sure you go with the right licenses or permits so that you can draw and get there on time. Registration always begins at 7 o'clock, usually over by 10. That's when it's over. You got to be in line, and then the drawing will begin. Go check it out. It's that time of year again. Go get you a good blind, and let's hope that Mother Nature sends us a lot of ducks down here this winter, so you guys have a great time. I'll see you next week right here on Fishin' Affliction.
On today's Fishin' Affliction product spotlight, it's about the hooks that stay sharper longer, and that's these Mustad hooks. From wide gap hooks to dress trebles to drop shot hooks, all kinds of hooks for every type of fishing. Mustad has the sharpest hooks on the planet, and folks, they have a hook for every kind of fishing you want to do. Head on over to mustad.no and check out the great variety of hooks from Mustad Hooks, and put one on the end of your line, and they'll stay sharper longer, and you'll catch more fish. And now back to Fishin' Affliction. Welcome back to Fishin' Affliction TV, and this segment of the show is brought to you by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Mercury Outboards, #1 on the water. Akuma, high performance fishing gear. the ever-powerful and long-lasting Deca batteries. Seagar, always the best. Mustad hooks, stays sharper longer. Onyx life jackets and rain gear, keeping you there. Freybuild, trusted gear since 1938. Real Magic, the name says it all. Rugged electronic mounts provided by Ram Mounts. Wigwam Socks, the performance sock company. bbgmarine.com and Tournament Wear. Look great, feel great, do great.
This could be a box fish, Tim. Oh, he's got some legs on. Could be kind of fish that we're looking for.
Oh, yeah.
My,
now we're talking.
Oh my goodness gracious. How about that?
Another nice one.
How about that? You know, we decided to stay where we were because, man, there's no doubt you have a lot of history right in this spot. This has been a hot spot for you. And that's got to be in the high fives, Tim. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a nice one.
That's a beautiful fish. But the fish were feeding when we came in here this morning time. And it, you know, just made a couple casts and we were on fish right away. Okeechobee Cross, Strike King Rage Craw. And these Mustad hooks, I'm actually using a little bit smaller size. That's a 2/0 size. And of course that 20-pound Seagar Tatsu. Man, beautiful. Kentucky Lake largemouth. Way inside, Tim. Way inside.
We're back in the game.
I'm gonna put this one on my side.
I was gonna say, don't be polluting my fish with yours. I think mine might even be bigger. Actually, I think it is bigger.
If my fish eats yours, there's a beautiful fish in it.
No doubt.
Cool. Glad we stayed.
Well, folks, one thing I didn't mention about Tim Cranford is that he is pretty competitive. And right after I put that good-sized largemouth in the Ranger's live wells, Tim just had to dig around in there to find out which one was bigger, his fish or my fish.
It's just eating at you, isn't it?
It is.
All right, are you saying that your fish is bigger than my fish?
I'll say my fish just got me wet.
All right, let's see what you got, buddy. Oh, my fish is going to be 1 pound bigger than that.
1 pound. All
1 pound. I'm gonna say yours is 4.35.
4 pounds, 5 ounces.
Get that 6-pounder out of there, would you? Mine's gonna be 1.5 pounds bigger.
All right. It does look a little bigger than I remember.
Hey, be careful, he'll bite your finger off. He'll be 9 fingered.
All right.
High fives, maybe? I'm saying 16 ounces heavier.
I'm gonna say 5 pounds, 2 ounces.
What you got?
Oh, Tim has got you by an ounce.
That can't be right. Reset them scales. Are you kidding me? Is that right?
That's what it says. Hey, it's the same.
Did you zero them scales?
I zeroed them, yeah. Well, you.
All right. I mean, if it is, did you get me by an ounce?
Yep.
No way. No way. Well,
here we go.
2 hogs. No, this is going the wrong direction. Don't tell us you got me by an ounce, or are we tied? Well, what do we got? I always like to take the high number.
4 or 5. I'll give you even.
What do you have?
4 or 5.
4 or 5. How about that? How about that for being tied, huh? All right, man. Let's see if we can catch another 3. We know he's not a monster because we've seen him. Just getting the camera on. It's been a little bit of a drought, but we just changed positions of where we're at, Brother Tim. And within 3 minutes, we got a bite.
Yeah.
That's a promise, isn't it?
That's a promise. It's a good start.
It is a good start. Let's go catch him. Get him, brother. Get him. Good fish, Tim.
Wow.
Yeah, man. It feels good, doesn't it? Maybe 3 pounds? Yeah. Man, is that awesome. Is that awesome? Man.
In the nick of time.
That is awesome, though. Oh, man. We just changed positions. Incredible. We've had 3 bites in about 6 or 7 minutes. Man, that's awesome.
I don't know if he's a boxer or not, but
that's a boxer. He's a keeper, isn't he?
oh, sure, he's a keeper, yeah.
Well, I would put him in there, and you can call later.
That's right. We can always do our 5 best.
Hey, that's great. Interesting how we made this move.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is not a place traditionally that you can even fish. Anyway, we were talking about that. Not a traditional place.
Nope.
So therefore, the pressure probably not as much. Anyway.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's fishing the backs of the creeks. We didn't even get bit back there. Come out here to the main lake. We've had, what, 2 fish, and you lost another one. 10 minutes of fishing.
Interesting, too, just the habits of a fisherman. We didn't get any bites, and I feel confident we made good casts in good high quality and high percentage places, and yet the boats just kept coming.
Yep.
They just kept coming back there. Sometimes you just got to think a little bit different, don't you?
That's right. Try something different.
That's a great opportunity, and these Strike Kings are just... They're just the Okeechobee crawl?
It's on them.
On them, Brent. Nice fish, man. Where was that one located?
It was out from that tree. It wasn't even tight.
Good. Cool.
So.
Well, why don't we head back in the back of the creek so we don't sore mouth these fish?
And I'm driving the boat. You're riding with me. I'm not going to the creek.
Good fish, man. Good fish.
All right, Dan. What you got here?
You just said only the strong survive, brother. It's true. The wind is howling, and we're still at it. Kentucky Lake Keeper, Tim?
I believe it is. 35 mile an hour and all.
Man, it is howling. We're flipping Strike King baits, having a great time, and we ain't about to lose rods. Cool, brother. There it is up close. Nice fish.
Yeah, excellent.
We're just flipping and going. I mean, we're just dealing with the conditions. It's unbelievable white caps, maybe getting into that 2.5 to 3 foot swells at times. And the wind's just doing what it's doing. Kentucky Lake's famous for it. But hey.
It's famous for fish.
Hey, that's all right. We're still catching them.
All right, folks. I told you that the winds were coming, and they are now here. Gusts up to 30 miles an hour, but you know what? We're not getting off the water because we're having a great time catching those big old largemouths on Kentucky Lake, pitching in the wind. And on next week's episode, we're going to have the conclusion of this trip as we finish out the day on Kentucky Lake with Tim Cranford. So tune into Fishin' Affliction TV next week, and you will see.
That is a sack full of big old fish.
This week's Team Fishin' Affliction featured Facebook friend is
Tracy Davis.
And thanks for being our Facebook friend. For your chance to join in the fun and become an official Team Fishin' Affliction featured Facebook friend, simply like us on Facebook. And be sure to write a comment on our wall. As always, a big thank you to all of our national and local sponsors for providing us with the most advanced technology and highest quality products and services. Be sure to visit each of our partners online through the sponsor links page on our official website at fishinaffliction.com. And this is your old pal Matthew Gillen, the voice of Fishin' Affliction TV, hoping that you'll tune in next week, because there's no doubt that Dan and the big dog got it bad. They've got Fishin' Affliction for those who got it bad.
An incredible assortment of freshwaters.
The butterfly.
The butterfly was on your head.
And then he went around your head.
He's been on your head.
Wait, he's... Oh, no.
You ready?
This will be the blooper.
It's a blooper. I almost swallowed it.
He's on your shirt.
Is he? What you know, big boy?
He's on your shirt.
You have to leave.
Trying to go away for like 2 minutes.
Just a minute, maybe 20. Go.
Fly over there.
They like that white. I don't know what it is. Watch. Oh. He moves way out and he comes back. Okay, now we got to do it. Ready? 3, 2.